Hey everyone, welcome back. We are now in chapter 16, and today we're talking about demonstratives. Specifically, we're talking about the demonstrative pronoun slash adjective. And there are three of these in Latin, but the one we're going to be focusing on today is haec, haec, hoc. Okay, so haec, hoc. As a demonstrative pronoun, haec, hoc means he, she, or it. Okay, so hic, the masculine, means he, haec, the feminine, she, and hoc, the masculine, it. As an adjective, haec, hoc means this in the singular and these in the plural. Okay, so haec, hoc can be, it's usually called a demonstrative pronoun, but it also often works as an adjective. So you could just call it I will just call it a demonstrative, but know that it can be either a pronoun or an adjective. Okay, so I'm going to decline haec, hoc in the singular and plural, and then I'm going to give you some examples of how it's used as a pronoun and how it's used as an adjective. Okay, so we're going to start with the singular forms. Okay, and we're going to set up a chart of the five main cases: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and ablative. And then we're going to have a masculine, a feminine, and a neuter form. Okay, so hic, haec, hoc, and then huius, and then the dative forms huic, H-U-I-C, huic, and the accusative honk, honk. I know, it sounds a little funny. And then hoc, and then ablative hoc, hoc, hoc. Okay, there's a slight pronunciation difference between the ablative singular, right, H-O-C with a macron hoc, and the accusative singular for neuter, or the nominative singular for neuter, which is a short O in Latin, which is like an aw sound, so it's hawk. Some people kind of pronounce it almost like an A. So sometimes people hear people pronounce this word hawk. I will pronounce it like a short O, as in the word omelet, so hawk. Okay, so those are the singular forms: hic, hoc, huius, huic, honk, honk, hoc, and hoc, hoc, hoc. Okay, so now let's do the plural. Okay, and again we have masculine, feminine, and neuter forms. Okay, so the plural: he, hi, hike, genitive horum, harum, horum, dative his, for all three, accusative hos, has, hike, and then ablative his, and his. Okay, so in looking at the plural, we can see it looks very similar to a first and second declension adjective in the plural. So we have aurum, aurum, is, os, and then of course we have hike here because in neuter, nominative, and accusative are always the same. And then he's for ablative. And of course, remember, dative and ablative plural in Latin declensions are always the same. Okay, so now let's look at a couple of examples of haec haec hoc as a demonstrative pronoun. Okay, I'm just going to give a few simple examples. Here's the first one. Okay, so hic ambulat. If we're using this as a pronoun, we would use hic to mean he. He is walking, okay? And we know this T, of course, means he, she, or it, but since hic is being used here, it's masculine, so we're using it as the pronoun he. Okay, if I change that to feminine, and I say haec ambulat, now I know that this is feminine, and so she is walking. Okay, we can also use these forms in any case. So here is another example. Honk videbam. So I saw him, right? So this is accusative, it's the direct object, and so we're using it as a pronoun. And of course, if I did this in the feminine, honk videbam, that would be I saw her. Okay, so hic haec hoc can work as a pronoun to mean he, she, or it. In the plural, these forms would mean they. So if I changed honk to the plural hos, then I would say I saw them, right? And same thing with the feminine. If I changed honk to has, the plural, I saw them. Okay, now let's talk about hic haec hoc as an adjective. Okay, as an adjective, it means this or these. And so hic weir would be this man. Haec femina would be this woman. And hoc bellum would be this war. Okay, so essentially we're just using hic haec hoc as an adjective, and we can put it in any case, and it would modify its noun and case number and gender. Okay, let's do a couple of plural examples. Okay, he milites. So these soldiers. Okay. I casai. These houses. And haec templa. These temples. Okay, be careful with haec because it could also be feminine singular, so you just have to look at the noun that it's modifying, right? Templa is a second declension neuter noun, and this A tells us that it's plural and not singular, so these temples. Okay, and those are the basics of hic haec hoc, the first demonstrative pronoun that we're learning. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and see you next time.